working on a Nintendo Switch Lite in for a new charge port. So we'll take the 4 tri-wing screws off and the 4 crosshead screws out and get it open. Take the back plate off, 1 long screw, short screw, short screw, short screw. Okay, with the back plate off, we can get this cable out, exposing the battery, and we can disconnect the battery. 3 screws, take off this heatsink, and then 2 screws there, all these screws for the card reader. Got to take this section out, this speaker out, and a couple of the board screws, and then get the board out. Okay, using 400 degrees, we can get the port off using the drop method. And again, just with the light heat and the desoldering wick, we can get all the old solder off the board. When I get a port in that I can see there's plenty of damage inside, what I like to do is just test around these 2 chips for any sort of shorted capacitors, and I'm finding 3 capacitors that are shorted, so that to me is a clear indication that this M92 chip has failed. So we'll take the chip off, and with testing I can see that there's no short anymore, so we'll get that chip replaced and make sure that there's still no short. Everything looks nice, but we'll just touch them up anyway. And we'll give it a quick test again, just to make sure all them capacitors are still clear, which they are. So now we can crack on with dropping the new port on. Make sure there's a nice amount of solder on all these pads. I like to keep the anchor points clean so it drops nicely on. And what I'll do, I'll just tin this bottom row so there's just a little bit more solder on them, just so I can make sure the row that's hidden gets a good connection. And again, with 400 degrees we can drop it straight on, and then I'll just touch up all these back pins, make sure they're all good, followed by the anchors. And then it's just a case of final cleanup and test it. Okay, so with everything in the housing, let's put it on charge. That's a good sign. Let's pull in an amp. Hopefully get a boot soon. Thanks for watching.